Hello and welcome to another episode of Sacred Spaces. My name is Ines Hemmings and today we're visiting the RACV resort at Cape Schanck. Designed by Woodmarsh Architects, it has won multiple awards, which is exactly why we are here today. We're going to talk to some members of the team at Kane Construction to find out more about this beauty. So, let's go. So Richard, tell us a little bit about the project.
Okay, so in October 2015, Kane Constructions were awarded a $125 million lump sum contract to build the RACV Cape Schanck Resort. The resort consists of 120 hotel rooms and they sit over the top of the main structure here. We've got functions and event spaces. We've got a fine dining, restaurant and commercial kitchens that back that up. A swimming pool, a 25-metre swimming pool, day spa and golf pro shop facilities, and all that sits over the top of a two-storey basement which houses car parking and back-of-house areas for the RACV staff.
Okay, impressive. And what about the design?
The design was led by Woodmarsh, and I guess the main elements of the design include the striking facade, and the striking facade consists of the rock wall, which was a feat in itself to build, and the core 10 cladding. There's the striking cantilevers which sit above the main structure and cantilever 10 metres out from the three main ends of the building. The striking curves around the perimeter. There's not one straight line in the place, and the high-end bespoke finishes, I guess, that are rarely seen on a commercial scale of this nature.
So if there's something special about the project, what would it be?
Look, there's a lot of special elements associated with this project, but the thing that sticks out to me is the way in which this project was delivered. So it was delivered in a remote coastal environment, in sand-like soil conditions. The way our team came together to deliver this project, to spend 2.5 years out on site in all sorts of conditions building this project, was impressive. The way they maintained relationships upstream with the client and downstream with our subcontractors and suppliers was terrific, and the way they worked collaboratively with our client RACV, our full-time superintendent on site, Brad. It's not often you have a full-time superintendent on site and you end up on speaking terms. We've done more than that. We're great friends. And our consultant team, both led by Woodmarsh and Arup. Without that positive relationship, this resort could not have been built. And it's really no surprise on the back of that Kane Constructions were awarded National Master Builder of the Year on the back of this project.
Very, very impressive. Should we go inside and have a look?
Let's do it.
Okay, great.
Nice.
So Richard spoke about the striking facade. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. The base of the facade is founded by the Castlemaine stone wall. All up there's 3,000 square metres of stone, which has been particularly and masterfully handcrafted. Each stone was fit in its own individual location, and all of that stone came from the local quarry at Castlemaine, procured particularly for this project. It was dry stack, so it looks like there's no mortar. There's mortar behind it, all fixed back to the concrete raked curved walls that lay behind it. In the central level we've got a curtain wall, which is amazing in itself, creating a nice glass interlayer between the core 10, which sits above at the hotel levels. The core 10, there's 4,000 individual panels that have been shop drawn. They're tapered, they're tailored particularly and specifically for their location. Because of the curved structure, because of the sweeping curves and the beautiful architecture, every single panel has been individually made, and not one panel is the same.
Wow. So this show is called Sacred Spaces, and we usually ask all our guests what their sacred space in a particular building is. So is this your sacred space?
Well, we're standing here on level 1 of the basement, and this might be an unpopular answer to the architect fraternity, but yes, it is my sacred space. When you walk through the resort, you're treated with a sense of elegance and calmness that comes with the finishes. But what underpins all that is an impressive structure that supports the beautiful resort above. And for that reason, that's my sacred space, because what it does is it evokes memories of the build process and the methodology our team had to develop in formulating and executing on this very complex and detailed structure.
Okay, thank you very much.
No worries.
So what's so special to you about the building?
Well, this building has many special and remarkable features, and it's a true testament to the team from all the way from the concept design through to delivery and handover to the client. But what I really love are the sweeping curves of the building. The design has not one straight wall throughout the build, and this just flows from one area to another area, so the areas are utilised to their fullest. And that's what really here resonates with me.
And what are one of the key features inside of the building?
Well, we've just come down the main features there, and this was a remarkable complex design that we had many challenges, and we overcome them through 3D modelling. We had over 350 fins on the stair, and it was a remarkable achievement from the concept through to design, through delivery, and again, another true testament to the team.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, Kate, where are we here?
We are located in the fine dining restaurant here at Cape Schanck, RACV, Cape Schanck. Here we have a full-size commercial kitchen which services not only the fine dining restaurant but the function and event spaces. We have beautiful outlook out here, and this encapsulates some of the most high-end finishes of the project and is just a wonderful space to be in.
Yeah, I really love the feeling of sitting here, looking outside onto the rolling golf course towards Port Phillip Bay and the city in the distance. So to me, this space seems pretty much sacred to me. What do you think?
Yeah, most definitely. This is one of my favourite spaces, not only because of the finishes, not only because of the beautiful restaurant and the beautiful wine, but also the memories of how we built this space and what is actually behind all these high-end beautiful finishes. I just look at the ceiling, this timber batten ceiling, which has acoustics in behind it, stopping noise going from the restaurant to the higher levels, and also acoustics stopping the services noise coming down into the restaurant. I look over at the bar and I see the stone which was procured purely for this project. I look at the metal-clad columns. The commercial kitchen itself was a design feat, and the shop drawing process and the lead times of the equipment there is an individual project within itself. The joinery walls, it's just a spectacular space, and it was just such a pleasure to build it.
Very impressive indeed. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So, where are we here?
Well, Ines, here we're in one of the executive rooms, and what's remarkable about these rooms is they sit over the lobes. So the lobes are cantilevered from the roof structure. We have 3 lobes around the building. And what's remarkable is they were built from the top down, so they're all cantilevered, suspended from the roof structure. So that was a remarkable engineering feat in itself. And again, it was one of the challenges that we overcome during the construction process.
And what about the finishes and quality control?
One of the key drivers to completing the building successfully was the quality assurance system that we adopted. And all the hotel rooms are all individualised, so no one hotel room is alike. And to achieve the quality control, we actually built 2 full-scale prototype rooms, and this allowed all the stakeholders to come together and for all the expectations to be met, and this resulted in what we see here today.
Could you elaborate on the internal finishes and the construction process?
Yeah, so in us, all the joinery is custom made, so no joinery across the resort is the same. The process was we went through an extensive shop drawing process. There was attention to detail was remarkable with the finishes, as you can see, and the prototype process really helped that. So the site management team were remarkable in that process, and to achieve this quality of finish, you can't do it any other way. So yeah, we're really proud of the final result.
So David, how does the building respond to its surroundings?
Well, it's amazing in us that the building has been designed to reflect its surroundings, not only to blend in to its surroundings, but also to reflect what's around it. And the materials selected on the facade have all been specifically chosen to age gracefully and also reflect what's around it. We're in an extreme coastal environment here at Cape Schanck, and that produced its own challenges during construction. But at the same time, it's amazing to see how the spaces are used around the building and how the golfers and the general public make the most of the design. And it doesn't matter where you are within the building, you get to appreciate all the aspects of the landscape, Port Phillip Bay, the city in the horizon, and that's again a true testament to the design team and the delivery team.
Yes, very impressive. Thank you for that. This show is called Sacred Spaces. What is your sacred space?
Well, I really love this external space, particularly the kids' playground. It's used, one of the areas that's used to the fullest, and I'm lucky enough to be a local on the Mornington Peninsula, so we consider this as part of our backyard, and we try to make the most of it, and it's a true pleasure to be involved in that process.
You've been watching Sacred Spaces. Thanks for tuning in and see you next time.